If you're looking for a sleeper team to make the college football playoffs this year, look no further than the Florida Gators. Florida finished the season 8-5 last year, and the end of the season with a lot of momentum on a 4-game win streak, including a win over number 22 LSU and a win against number 9 Ole Miss. This defense finished the year absolutely fantastic, not allowing more than 17 points in any of their final 4 games. They forced 2 interceptions against Jackson Dart in their win over against the Rebels, and even in their loss against Georgia, they played very good as well. Their loss 34-20, that game was much more competitive than what the box score shows. They were actually beating the Bulldogs up until DJ Lagway got hurt, and their defense was fantastic that game, forcing Carson Beck to throw 3 interceptions. Florida's defense should carry the momentum they had last year. They returned 7 of their defensive starters, including their sack leader from a year ago, Tyreek Sapp. They also returned their interception leader from a year ago, Bryson Thornton, who had 3 interceptions. I don't see why this Florida defense cannot be better than it was last year. Their defense started the season very, very poorly and got better throughout the season. And now you look at the fact that they have DJ Lagway as their full-time starter now. Lagway began the season as the backup to Graham Mertz. And then after Mertz having multiple injuries, Lagway became the full-time starter. When Lagway started a game and finished the game, the Gators were undefeated last season. Lagway threw for over 1,900 passing yards with 12 passing touchdowns last year. They also returned running back Jaden Ball, who had over 670 rushing yards last year with 7 touchdowns on the ground. Ball was quite a surprise for the Gators last year because he was not even the starter to begin the season. They also returned wide receiver Eugene Wilson, who only played in 4 games last year but still managed to have 19 receptions for 266 receiving yards and a touchdown. With Lagway becoming the full-time starter, Jaden Ball becoming the full-time starter, and Wilson coming back from injuries, I think this Florida offense should be better than it was last year. The main thing going against the Gators is their difficult schedule. Some of their notable games are they play at LSU, at Miami, they host Texas, they go on the road to Texas A&M, they play Georgia in Jacksonville, they go on the road to Mississippi. They host Tennessee and Florida State. I think the LSU game could be a toss-up. Brian Kelly is known to lose big games, but playing in Death Valley is very difficult for any team. The following week, they play Miami, and I do not see them losing to the Hurricanes. I think Miami is the most overrated team in college football right now, and it's not even close. When you look at the fact that Carson Beck threw 3 interceptions against this Florida defense last year, and he was surrounded by talent on that Georgia Bulldogs offense, now he goes to Miami, who lost many of their starters to the draft. He is not on nearly as good of a roster he was last season, and I think he will have another poor performance against this Florida defense. The Texas game, I could see that being their first loss. I think Texas is probably the favorites to win a national championship this year. Then at A&M, there's lots of hype with the Aggies with quarterback Marcel Reed. I think the Gators should be able to pull off the win in College Station. I know it might sound wild, but I think Florida will end up beating Georgia this year. But I think this Florida team is hungry and want revenge from last season, knowing they would have beat the Georgia Bulldogs if Lagway did not get hurt. At Mississippi, I think they should be able to beat the Rebels on the road. And then Tennessee and Florida State. Florida State will be much improved compared to last season. And I think Tennessee might take a slight step back compared to last year. But when you're looking at this Gator team this year, I'm looking at them going 9-3 or 10-2. I think they'll lose to Texas, might lose to LSU, and possibly lose a game that they should not. But if the Gators are able to go 10-2, there is absolutely no way the College Football Playoff Committee keeps a 10-win SEC team out of the College Football Playoffs. Lots of hype in Gainesville this year, with DJ Lagway becoming the full-time starter and all this momentum Florida carries from last year. Don't be surprised if this Gator team is in playoff contention this season. Comment your thoughts and comment what you think Florida's record will be this year. That about does it for this video. If you're new to my channel or recent videos before, make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports Dude Heinz Show.